afternoon, truckers. So I'm making this video today for all the truck drivers out there that are tired of slaying away behind the wheel of a semi truck and making minimal amount of money. You can't even enjoy the money when you're home because you're only home for a little bit of time because you have to go back out on the road to continue making money. So this is kind of a loosely put together overview of the company that I'm working for called Oakley Transport, headquartered out of Lake Wales, Florida. So to begin, we're going to talk about the orientation process because I just recently went through it and it's fresh on the brain. So you're going to be either flown in, you're going to get a rental car in, or you could take a bus or a train into Lake Wales. All right, so whenever you get into headquarters in Lake Wales, Florida, the first thing you're going to be doing is your road test, and you're going to be turning in all your TWIC, hazmat, CDL, and all your documents requested of you before you actually got to orientation. So all that's going to be taken care of, and then you're going to be getting your photo taken for your ID. And then after that, the next couple of days are going to be different people coming in, like safety, maintenance, breakdown, HR folks. You're going to get to meet a lot of people. You're going to be doing a lot of paperwork. And then on the second day, you're going to be receiving a $25 gift card. And then on the third day, you're going to be getting a $300 Visa gift card. During orientation, food will be provided. You'll have lunch at the hotel, and then they'll provide lunch in. I'm not going to ruin the surprise. You'll get to know what it is when you actually get there. It's really good. They got really good food choices. And then within that same week, you're going to be going over a lot of information. So feel free to take notes. Make sure you bring your thinking caps. Make sure you get plenty of sleep the night before. And then rolling into Friday, that's when we start to do the in-classroom pump-off training for those of you that are tankers. Usually they try to get the people that are dry vans out before then, like Thursday, but sometimes they cannot, so they'll just be hanging around. So if you're trying to get into tankers, just make sure that you're aware that you will be doing some pump training. Depending on how good you are at, letting that information soak in and obtaining that information and applying it, that dictates how fast you get out of there. If you're struggling and they notice you're struggling, you're going to be there for just a little bit longer just to make sure that you're comfortable with the process of pumping off loads. It is kind of a overwhelming amount of information pertaining to the pump off, but once you actually do it with your hands, it's super easy. It's just muscle memory. It's just your minds are going to be new to it if you're not used to pumping already, so it's kind of new information. So it just takes a minute for the mind to digest that. So depending on how long it takes, you can get out of there, Saturday, Sunday, sometimes even Monday, and you will be going out with the trainer to make sure that you're able to actually pump that off. And then once the trainer says you're good, then you're good. So if you demonstrate that you can actually pump off pretty good and you know the procedures while actually in training with Mr. Tom himself, then you'll be given a driver trainer. You'll go out for a day, demonstrate that you know how to do it, and then he'll give you the green light. And then at that point, you'll be issued your truck. Depending on where your truck is, you may be flown, you may get a rental car, or your truck may be on the yard itself, and then you'll get your truck. So that's kind of the orientation process and how it goes. I'm going to get into some of the requirements, to actually come on board with Oakley Transport. So the most important thing is you got to at least be 22 years old. You have to have a clean driving record, and you have to have at least 1 year of verifiable experience in the last 3 years. For tankers, you got to be willing to obtain your tanker endorsement, and within the 90-day period of employment, you have to obtain your hazmat license. That's important because if you do not have your hazmat coming in, I would recommend actually getting it, because once you do start and you're on payroll, you might be sitting around in the yards waiting for a non-hazmat load to hit the yard. Versus if you have your hazmat already, you'll be ready to go. They'll get you rolling immediately. So let's get into some of the benefits before we get into the pay. I'm so excited to tell you all about the pay because it's the main. It ain't the main reason I'm lying to you. It's not the main reason I'm here. I'm here because the environment it's a very good environment, and I'll get into that later. But let's talk about some of the benefits. So you get full health benefit packages the first month following 30 days of employment. So you're going to be filling out all that information about what the different benefits are that you want while you're in orientation. You can just go over. HR will help you fill that out if you're not computer savvy, or you can do it yourself if you are computer savvy. We got paid life insurance. We have dental vision insurance. We have a 401k with company matching. We got vacation pay, which they'll talk to you about in orientation. I'll let them explain that to you. We got discounted gym memberships on Anytime Fitness. We got wellness incentives. We have a rider program. They do have to pass a drug test, just to let you know. There's plenty of opportunity to grow. I've seen so many people go from being a driver to working in operations and just moving on up the food chain. So you don't have to just come into the company thinking that you're going to be nothing but a truck driver for your whole entire career at Oakley. So there is potential for growth within the company. We do provide experience in citrus and sugar cane, dry van reefer tanker, and dry bulk tanker. So depending on what you're comfortable with, there are different avenues and different jobs that you can do depending on what you want to do. And the equipment is pretty dang good, honestly. We run Volvos, nothing but Volvos, and they're really good trucks. They pull pretty good on the hills. They're pretty fuel efficient. Most trucks have fridges. We're kind of getting new trucks in right now. We've kind of had a hold with the chips, so we're starting to get new trucks in now. So I mean, the equipment's pretty good. I'm in the 2019 right now, and it's fine. Everything's fine. Everything works. Drives great. APU works. Everything's good. So that's not saying that there's not going to be any issues in the future with your trucks. Just make sure you send up a breakdown report, aka Macro 52, for any of the issues that you may have. And I mean, all vehicles have issues from time to time, so they'll get it taken care of, relatively quickly, and you'll have minimal downtime. So some of the other benefits that Oakley does offer is we have a $2,000 per driver that you refer, unlimited, meaning you can recruit as many drivers that you see out here on the road at the Loves, Pilots, Flying J's, TAs, Petros, anywhere you see a driver. You try to talk to them, try to get them to come to Oakley. For every driver you get a $2,000 referral bonus paid out in 3 installments. You got 30, 90, and 180 days, unlimited again. That's so awesome. A lot of people have made a lot of money in their pocket that they wouldn't have made without this. We do a quarterly safety bonus paid out at $250 a quarter. If you do hit all 4 quarters, at the end of the year, you'll get another additional $1,000. So that's $2,000 potentially that you can get for just being a safe driver. So, I mean, it doesn't take anything to be a safe driver. Just be a safe driver. We also do a safe driving performance bonus for up to 6 cents per mile, depending on your DriveWise score. That is 6 cents per mile for every mile that you have driven in a month period. That's $700+ usually. So, and all you have to do is drive safe. Keep your following distance. Don't run any red lights, any stop lights, or any stop signs. Don't do nothing crazy. You know how to drive safe. We all know how to drive safe. We have a Driver of the Year bonus, which is a pretty nice bonus, and we have a production bonus. All right, so I'm gonna get into some of the pay, right? I'm gonna get into my pay to kind of give you, some backed up sourced information, right? So for me, I'm on shift pay, and I work out of a terminal that you make $350 a day, or a shift, shall you say? And a shift is anything over 8 hours combined on duty and drive time. You can actually get it a $50 bonus if you drive over 9 hours. Some people say 8 hours and 58 minutes. Some people say 8 hours and 59 minutes. I'm just going 9 hours and 1 minute to make sure I do get it. So you have a potential to make $400 a day. That's not including the safety bonus. That's not including the performance bonus. That's not including the quarterly bonus. That's just straight up shift pay. So you have a potential to make, depending on how you drive, a lot of money here. 5 days I made $2,000. 6 days I made $2,400. So they do pay top of the line. They are one of the most high paying tanker position jobs out there right now. So if you have any questions, pertaining to the information that I've put out so far, hit up recruiting at 1-888-813-1799, and just make sure you please reference my driver code HAUNJ. Again, HAUNJ. That will allow them to know that I referred you to them, and they can help you further in the process to get you on board. Now let's go off track here. Let's go off track to kind of tell you about why I'm here, why I decided to come back to this company out of all the companies in America that I could have went for, right? So I worked for Oakley back in 2019, I believe. I think it was 2019. And I loved it. I loved every minute of it. I loved the team. I loved my terminal manager. I loved my driver manager. I loved the team itself. I loved what we do as far as keep America moving, because we're solely food grade. So we keep people fed. And to me, that is something super honorable to be able to continue to contribute to this country, and helping people in it. So, when I was looking for jobs out there, when I was deciding to come back to Oakley, I had one thing in mind: how am I going to be treated? And I know a lot of truck drivers out there get mistreated a lot of the times. They get mistreated by their terminal managers, by their driver managers, by staff, by operations, and they have to put up with it because maybe they don't know that opportunities like Oakley are out here, or maybe they believe that every trucking company is the same. But hands down, Oakley has been nothing but respectful to me. They have helped me along with anything that I've had issues with. They have been there even when I wasn't working for them. So like one of the biggest things I was looking forward to was actually being able to know that the people that I'm working for truly value us. The owner values us. Everyone values us. So like one of the most important things for me is being able to be in an environment that respects me and that doesn't treat me like a number. Pay and benefits and equipment, that's not at the top of my list. It's about working for people that treat you with respect. And that's what you're going to get when you come to Oakley. And I know a lot of people probably say that about their company, but listen, this company right here, they mean it. They absolutely mean it, and they go above and beyond to make sure that you know it. Now, with that being said, just because this is a great company, just because the people value you and you're not just a number here, it doesn't mean that you're not going to run into issues, because every company has issues. But this company, what they do differently is they try their best to get that issue resolved as quickly as possible with the least amount of pain as possible. Communication flows throughout this company. If you call somebody, 9 times out of 10, they are going to answer. And if they don't answer, it's because they're on the phone with another driver. We are growing as a company. We are getting drivers left and right. Everybody wants to work at Oakley right now. And the fact of the matter is, for every 20 applications, we're taking one driver and bringing them into orientation. So it's very competitive to get in there because the benefits are great. The pay is great. The atmosphere is great. The equipment's great. The loads are great. We stay running. We make that money. There's plenty of opportunities here. There's dry van, there's tanker, there's pneumatic trailers. There's room for growth within the company. So with that being said, like if you're down and if you want to make a lot of money and you want to be somewhere where you're loved and you want to get good quality home time, come on over to Oakley Transport. Come on over. We would love to have you. It'd be a great opportunity for you to spread your wings and to grow and to make money and to be home with your family. Just again, make sure you use my driver code HAUNJ. Again, HAUNJ, and I look forward to seeing you. If you see me out there in those semi streets, just come up to me. I'm approachable. I might not look approachable, but I'm approachable. I'll talk to you. I'll give you information. If you have any questions, just let me know. I know that there's going to be a lot of truck drivers that I run across because I do have very memorable face. So if you do see me out here, don't be afraid to come up to me. Do not be afraid to come up to me. You know, even if you have some boxing gloves, we can box. You know what I mean? But no, for sure. And I hope this video helps and it reaches the people that need to hear it. You know, those drivers, because I've been that driver, honestly, that, you know, has been at a company that has mistreated me, didn't care about me, treated me like a number. And I honestly, it made that job miserable. And the sad part is they were paying pretty good too. But the people that I had to work for, they were draining my energy. So I know what it's like to be in that situation, and I know what it's like to be over here where the grass is greener, and most of the time the grass is not greener on the other side. But you know, me being here, I know that none of you out there know me, but I promise you that I would not be here if I was being mistreated in any way, shape, or form. I have way too many accolades to put up with any of that bull junk. So I'm here because I love the atmosphere of this company. That is the number one reason why I'm here. Again, forget the money, forget the equipment, forget the benefits. It's the atmosphere of Oakley Transport. They love us, and they'll love you too. So come on over. Again, driver code HAUNJ. Let them know I sent you. They'll know who I am. All right, take care, y'all. Be safe.